Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to DMK Wrestling. My name is John Andrew, and in today's video I am going to be giving you my preview and predictions for 2023's Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. Let's get it. So to determine the challenger for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, you have Carmella, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Liv Morgan, and Natalya. Now, 4 of these women, by way of being in the final 5 of the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble, got the opportunity to qualify for this chamber match, and then Natalya and Carmella had to win fatal 4-way matches to qualify as well. Now, the thing here for me is believability. Now, which of these competitors has the better chance at being a tangible threat to Bianca Belair's nearly 1-year reign as Raw Women's Champion, which is something I never thought I'd say, but I'm glad I am saying it. Bianca deserves it. To me, it's looking like Asuka. I won't even beat around the bush on it. Asuka is definitely the top contender in this respect, and that's why I will give her the win. Now, you could make the case for a Liv Morgan, former SmackDown Women's Champion, but we all saw how that ended. Natalya hasn't had a title shot in, I want to say, 5 years, because that's when last she was SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm going to award this match to Asuka. I'm going to predict, actually. Up next, we have a mixed tag team match. You have Beth Phoenix and Edge, the Grit couple, taking on Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. Now, if you follow the story from, I want to say, when they kicked Edge out of the Judgment Day back in June, I want to say, to where it's gotten now with Beth Phoenix's involvement, her getting concerted at Extreme Rules in September. I can't believe Extreme Rules was that far away. But be that as it may, you are at this point where Rhea has won the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble. She is going to challenge Charlotte Flair. I don't think it would make sense for her to lose, although you've seen situations like that before where Royal Rumble winners have lost matches prior to their WrestleMania matches. Close one that comes to my mind is Undertaker and Batista losing to Shawn Michaels and John Cena in 2007 at No Way Out. It's a really topsy-turvy situation, but for the purposes of furthering the story, I would think it's wise if you could have Rhea and Finn take the win and then use that to set up Edge and Finn in Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. Now, mind you, there were plans to do that match at the Rumble, but it makes more sense that they have dragged it out to this point in time. And so for that reason, I am going to give the win or predict that the Judgment Day comes up on top. Now, this next match I am very excited for, and it is for the obvious reason of
big meaty man slapping me.
Yes, and we have Bobby Lashley taking on Brock Lesnar. Now, this is a match that I think should have happened at last year's WrestleMania, but there were so many different permutations, so many things happened that could not allow this match to be. These men have faced off, I want to say, one-on-one. You've had them at the Royal Rumble, then you've had them in the Elimination Chamber. They didn't really face off, and then you had them at Crown Jewel. So now, who do I think is going to win this match? This is where it gets a little tricky for me to determine, because both men have had wins over each other, albeit a little weird. Now, Bobby has a win over Brock because of Roman Reigns interfering in their WWE title match at last year's Royal Rumble Premium Live event, not pay-per-view. And then Brock won over Bobby at Crown Jewel in what was equivalent to a surprise roll-up. So there is all that too. I would like to see Bobby win, and the only reason I say that is because of the Hurt Business. I see some interference of some kind happening that leads to Bobby taking the win. As to whether this will lead to another match, I don't know. We will see how that goes. And judging by the people that are in this match, this is going to be a spot fest. I can literally see that happening. Also, I may be wrong, but in terms of combined weight, this might be one of the smallest Elimination Chambers we have had in recent history. All of the ones I can think about have had some really big guys in there. But this is going to be a very interesting match. You have Gargano, very agile with the ropes. You have Montez Ford, high flyer. Seth Rollins, high flyer. You have the meat house that is Bronson Reed. You have the nifty character of Austin Theory, and you have Damian Priest, who is a heavy hitter but very agile big man. So there is something to say for all 6 men. Now, I believe Seth is going to face Logan Paul at WrestleMania, so you might want to rule him out. Damian Priest would be a good pick to be US champion. Now, with Austin Theory, this may come as a bit of a spoiler. With Austin Theory, there have been reports from Dave Meltzer that have said that he has shot a video for a TV show with the United States Championship, and this episode of this TV show is supposed to come out in March. So I mean that puts us in a month from now. So that may be a sign that yes, he is obviously going to, you know, have the belt still. But we also do know that he's going to face John Cena. Now with Bronson Reed clearly the powerhouse in this match, heavy hitter. He hasn't lost a match. This would be a great showcase for him. I don't know that he wins right away because this is kind of a huge deal. Then you have Montez Ford, who he's a bit of a sentimental favorite, I'll be honest. Montez Ford is that guy, you know, has massive potential to be a singles champion. This might be the best testing ground for it. Gargano is experienced. Now he is a former, I think he's a former NXT champion and also a former NXT North American champion as well. So, you know, there's so many different permutations that this could go in. Actually, I'm not even sure if Gargano is an NXT champion. If he is, I'll display it on the screen or not. Now, who do I think is going to win this match? Based on what we've talked about, it would make sense if Theory wins, but I would not be surprised if Montez Ford came up with a win. You know, everyone has a legitimate chance in this match, and it's kind of crazy to think about, but I'm going to lock my answer in. I am going to say, you know what? I'm going to say Austin Theory takes the win. And then you have probably one of the most anticipated matches in recent memory. You have Sami Zayn challenging for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against his former Big Goose and Big Boss, Roman Reigns. Now, this story has been nothing short of stellar. Now, I couldn't make a reaction to the Royal Rumble because of certain circumstances, but cinema at its best was cinema is the best description I can give for what we saw at the Rumble and with the way the story has gone. Now, you have the permutations with Sami possibly still being aligned with Jay because of what happened on last week's episode of SmackDown. You have the bloodline coming apart at the seams. Nothing seems to be going right. We really don't know what's going on. Then you have the angle of Cody, who is waiting, who honestly would not mind facing either Roman Reigns or Sami Zayn, but also who has come out to say, hey, if this turns into a triple threat, I am not worried at all. There are so many different permutations. Now, do we all think that Sami Zayn is going to win? No. Would we like to see him win? Yes. Sami has that star power at this point in time. It would only make sense if he was the one to end Roman's reign, but of course they're not going to do that before WrestleMania. That would be crazy. Now, there is also that possibility of the belts being split. We don't know how that's going to happen. This should have never even happened in the first place. But it's a wild thing. It's a wild thing, and I'll talk about that in another video. But yes, Roman Reigns is going to take this win. I would also like to see a Kevin Owens come back because, you know, they're all in Canada. It's going to be a mad pop for Sami. You know, Montreal is where he and KO, born and bred, I guess, and hometown boys. It's going to be a wild thing. I'm excited. I'm hyped. Check out the Royal Rumble this Saturday. Also, click on this video. YouTube thinks you like it. I am done. I'll see you in another one. Till then, take care. Bye.